All right, on today's show, I welcome on a very special guest. He is Marquis Buchanan. He's a junior point guard for Classical High School boys basketball team, and he's also a wide receiver and cornerback for the football team for Classical as well too. Marquis, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How's football practice going?
It's going well right now. We looked good yesterday. Had a scrimmage against Hope on Saturday. We looked good. We're just preparing for Coventry on Saturday.
Nice, that's great. What's it like to wear the mask and actually play football in March?
Uh, that's not too bad with the mask because I did basketball with the mask, so I'm adjusted. But I like playing in the spring because it's warm. I'm not a cold weather guy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least it's warmed up for you, right? I'm sure when practice started, it was a little cold, huh?
Yeah, it's warming up now, so I like it. So I can just play without worrying about being cold.
That's awesome. That's great. And what's it like to, play the wide receiver and cornerback position for the football team?
I didn't grow up playing receiver. I grew up playing like quarterback and running back because I was always the fastest and most athletic. But when I came into high school, I only had like quarterback or receiver. And at the time we had a quarterback, so I just play receiver. And then I just started playing corner this past year. I was a safety my previous 2 years.
Nice. What's the transition like to corner?
I mean it's not difficult, but from safety to corner, like at safety, I can like kind of roam and do whatever. At corner, I just gotta pay attention to my guy in my area. So it's a little adjustment.
Yeah, yeah, it's a big adjustment. Is there a game that you're looking forward to in the football season?
It's Coventry. It's supposed to be the toughest matchup we got on the schedule. So we got them get week one. So hopefully we can get the job done.
That's awesome. That's great. Hopefully you can. That'd be great if you could. Now, is there something from last year that stuck out to you the most, that like a game of football that you really liked, enjoyed?
Um, I want to say probably our first game. I mean, we lost our first game, but it's like the way we came out. It's like we came out hard, but we just ended bad. And then I want to say week two against Johnston because that was probably the funnest game that we've had when it's OT.
Oh wow.
We was up by a lot. We just kind of slowed down, but I just like I don't know, like competitive football is just my favorite. I like being competitive. I'm a
That's
competitive guy, so when it's a close game like that, it just when the stars just gotta step up.
that's awesome. That's great. Now, is there a position outside of the two positions you play now that you would like to play, just for a play or a down or anything like that?
Quarterback.
Quarterback. Is there a way we could make that happen?
Yeah, my coach can make it happen. Yeah, he did a QB pass last year for me.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Does he use you on like the wheel routes where you can throw it out, or like a pitch back and you throw it like the?
That's what we did last year. We was working on something yesterday, but he hasn't put any like plays in yet. So we'll
Oh,
see.
nice. Well, we won't give away too many secrets, so we don't we don't give it away. Also, you play basketball too. I mean, first of all, congratulations on winning the award. The Player of the Year award, and obviously getting recognized by the coaches. What's that mean to you?
Uh, it means a lot because I know the work I've been putting in all season, the years I came in. I know what I can do. So to get the award, I was like, yeah, my work's just paying off now on my leadership, what I do. Like, I'm an all around player on the court. I don't like doing one thing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I talked to your coach, and he told me some good things about you, and we had a great conversation. He brought you up. I think you'll probably see that interview as well next week. So how did you get into basketball, and how did you get into football? How did you get into those two sports?
Um, I started playing football when I was like 7. I played
Wow.
with my boys. So my mom supposed to go to Edgewood, but my uncle happened to be at Cranston Stadium and said bring him to Mount Hope because they'll pay for everything. So we just went over there. I
Nice.
didn't start playing basketball until I was 10. I
Wow.
started late. So I played for Davy Lopes. So I just started late over there and then just kept going.
That's great. How did you decide to go to classical? Because don't you have a twin brother? He plays at Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
So how did you end up going to classical?
Classical was my first choice. So it was like classical Central Mount. Like Mount was my like third option, but if I didn't go to classical, it would have been Mount because my uncle worked at Mount my freshman year. So
Okay.
that's how my brother ended up there.
Oh, okay. That makes
So getting
sense.
into classical, I was like, I'm gonna go there regardless. I'm not gonna waste that opportunity and not go.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, classical has great players that always coming in and out of there for basketball. I mean, and you play with Stanley, who's another great player. What has your time been like at classical playing under Coach Kavanaugh?
Uh, up and down. Started off, me and him started off down, but as the years went on, just gradually went up and up. We got a very good chemistry now. What like we know we both can do or what he wants and how I do it. So just balance it out.
That's awesome. That's great. And I know. And what's it like to you worked on some great leadership. What's it like to be the leader on your team and B to also be the extension of your coach on the floor?
Uh, I like taking on a leadership role. I just like putting things on my shoulders so that way all my other teammates can just relax and just play basketball. And for like the coaching thing, I always try to find a connection with the coach so that way I can just whatever he sees, I can also see it as the game goes on.
That's awesome. I think that's great because so when we had spoke, he said that you just took the role and you just ended up taking the point guard position, and he was just kind of like, all right, we'll roll with that.
My sophomore year, I think it was like probably the second week of practice when we started going over plays and stuff. I'm more of an on ball guy. I can play off ball, but I like having the ball in my hands to make plays. So I just walked up there and took the ball, and then the previous point guards walked to the corner. So I was like, I'm just gonna take the role.
I love it. I think I like it. That's what he said. He said you just took over the role. It wasn't really like it was planned for the future, but he's like you just took it over the sophomore year. And I think that's so cool. And I like that you want to take the leadership role. You want that responsibility. You want to make your teammates relax and just focus on basketball, and you take care of the rest.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Now, was there a game this past season that you enjoyed the most, or did you have like what was your favorite game?
I want to say the Mount Pleasant game and then that first time we played Hendricken. That Mount game was just the energy was high. It was a competitive game, physical. And
Yeah.
that's just good basketball. And then against Hendricken, that's another good game. Physical, competitive, just two of the top teams going at it.
Yeah, that was a great game. The Mount Pleasant game, I think, might have been the game of the year. I think in my eyes. What would you think about what would have been like if there was a fan stand in a stadium and a crowd like?
I feel like for us, fans would have. I think they would have benefited us because, like me, I'm a guy. I come out the fans. So it's like if they're hyped up, like that gets me going a little bit. So without the fans, you got to get yourself going. But if we had them, I don't know, man. Like we'd be running up and down. Like we run up and down now, but it's like the defense chance with all the crowds and stuff. It just gets wild in there.
Yeah, yeah, it would have been a crazy, crazy game, and the same thing with the first time you guys played Hendricken, even the championship. I know it didn't go as well as you wanted to go, but those games were just absolutely crazy, great games back and forth. What was it like that big shot too to win the game in Mount Pleasant?
I missed one last year. I was like, I can't miss another one. I
Yeah.
missed the last one we should have made in game number one. So I was like, if I get the shot, I got to go down. I told my team, I said, if we play them again, that whatever it is, I'm making a shot if it comes down to it.
How are you? Well, you held true to your word, and you were able to do that. And then what was it like to dunk on your brother?
Uh, I told people it's probably gonna be him to try to run up behind me and stuff. He does it all the time. I know it's him. He just he just like being competitive. He don't want me to do all that, so he tries.
What's it like playing against your brother too? Like, because you guys go to different schools. What's it like to face each other? What's it like in the household? You guys have some sort of rivalry?
The household it kind of calmed down. Like we don't really talk about that as much. Going to different schools and stuff. We just go out there and play. On the court, it's just different. We don't really talk to each other as much as we did before, but now we're just playing and stuff. So it's kind of like he's on the opposite team. It's just like you're an opponent right now.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's got to be interesting. It's gonna be tough for your parents too, I'm sure. For this,
Yeah, she don't know. She just watches and doesn't chant.
yeah, I was saying your mom's gonna get one of those split jerseys. That's like the classical and pleasant.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, what are you looking forward to for next season, the basketball season? What are you looking forward to do?
I need a championship. Like I need one. I got player of the year, but it's like I wanted that ring.
Yeah, definitely. It would complete the circle, get the player of the year, and then you get that ring. That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be awesome. Now, I just want to ask some questions outside of basketball for the listeners to get to know you. Um, do you have any pregame rituals or superstitions for football and basketball?
Uh, Basketball. My superstition for this past year was any like team we played that we lost to. I was not wearing the same thing from last year.
Really?
I just had to, or like if we won and I wore an outfit the previous game and they think it keep going, I just keep wearing it for the next game until like it runs out.
That's good. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like it. Now, is it going to change for next year? Or do you think you can carry that
Uh,
over?
I don't know. I'm just gonna try to like. I think it would change. I think I'll just relax a little bit and just try to play instead of worrying about superstition stuff. And then for football, I don't think I really have one. I just go out there and play because it's like it's not much you can really change up anyway.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Is there a meal or anything that you like to eat before a game, or like what do you? Is there something like that?
I try to eat spaghetti or like pizza rolls or something or like some toast. I don't try to eat too heavy.
That sounds pretty heavy. That sounds pretty heavy. You don't feel like sick or anything when you eat that?
Nah, I don't. Once I eat it, it's just when I'm in the game, it just feels like I'm on an empty stomach anyway. So it's like I just got to eat it. So I'm not. I don't really have an empty stomach.
Oh man, to be young, to be young. Eat that. Do you have any favorite music or favorite artists that you listen to now?
Little baby, it's coming up right now. NBA young boy. Uh, Little Dirk's always a good one.
So if there is a song that asking for a friend that wants to get into it, like Little Baby or someone like that, what song would you suggest to
Little
them?
baby. The bigger picture. I like that song. That song's just good to me.
And then what about NBA Youngboy?
I don't know. He got a lot of good songs. Like I couldn't even pick one. He got a lot of good songs.
And do you have a favorite NBA team and NFL team?
NBA, I don't got a favorite team. I just got players I like. I got a favorite player, and then there's just other players I like.
Who's your favorite player?
LeBron's my favorite player, like all the time. And
Okay.
then there's like side players. I like Lonzo. That's probably a top three favorite point guard for me.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you think he's gonna get traded?
I hope not. I like him on the Pelicans.
Yeah, I know. He's a top commodity. I think everyone's looking at him. I don't know. We'll see where he goes. Who else do you like besides Lonzo Ball?
I'm a Chris Paul fan. Jason Tatum.
Those are good players.
And then for football, I'm a Denver Broncos fan.
A Denver Broncos fan. How come?
When I was younger, like my favorite color was orange. So it's like that's the first team I seen that was orange, and that's just how that came about.
I like it. That's a good way to do it. What do you think about them? Are they going to turn things around or what?
Hopefully, been signing some dudes on the defense. Drew Lock just got to play well.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Now, is there anything? Do you have a favorite food? I know you mentioned you eat spaghetti and pizza rolls, but is there like a favorite food that you enjoy the most?
Shepherd's pie. That's my favorite.
Shepherd's pie. Oh man, that's a good choice. Now, does your mom make that or?
Yeah, she don't make it too often. I be trying to get her to make it, but sometimes it don't work out.
That's a great hearty meal right there. And then what's your favorite thing to do outside of both football and basketball? Do you play sports? I mean, other sports, or is there anything else that you like to do?
Probably video games. Hang out
What's
with my guys. I don't really do nothing too crazy outside of sports.
nice? What's the video games that you play?
2K, Warzone, Madden. That's it for right now. I gotta find a new game.
Yeah, NCAA football is coming out soon.
Yeah, I wish it came out sooner though.
I know.
I just gotta wait for it.
Yeah, I know. Same here. Same here. What's the two? What do you use for NBA 2K for teams?
Any team. I feel like I'm a good enough 2K player to play with any team.
Oh, I like it. I like it. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna figure a way to set it up. But I think I'm gonna do like an NBA 2K tournament, and have like all guys from different teams play against each other, or I think that's something I gotta figure that out and have you guys all play with each other. That'd be a good time because everyone plays 2K and everyone says they're the best player. We gotta figure it out. And then what about Madden? Is it just the Broncos, or do you just use anyone?
I use Ram against in Madden too.
What did you say?
I use any team in Madden too. I don't like using the same teams, so I just switch it up.
I like it. Well, that's all I have for you today, Marquis. Is there any questions or statements or anything you have for me before we sign off?
Nah, that sounds about good.
Good. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for being on the show. Congratulations again on the Player of the Year award too, man. That's a hell of an award to receive, especially to get noticed by all the coaches and everything. And hopefully you guys have a good football season. Good luck against Coventry. Hopefully maybe I can make it up to the game if there are a lot of people there. So.
There's fans for the football season.
All right. I will be at a game then. Is it going to be at Coventry or is it going to be at Classical? Classical. All right. I'll try to bust my butt up there and I'll get up there and go see you guys play.
Thank you. Thanks for having me tonight.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, man.